What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And well, Stellantis stock took a beating yesterday, and I think it closed out the week pretty bad. Uh, I'm not gonna lie to you; it's sad. I've lost right at half of my investment. It hurts. We're gonna talk about why it closed out so bad and the recalls and why it's really not that bad and why I'm probably going to be stupid for saying this. I'm going back in for more. Yeah. What is up, guys? Before we get into today's video, we got to talk about the giveaway that's going on the channel right now. The Ram TRX, the 2027, first time we've ever done a brand new vehicle, is now live on the channel. And the extra entries has been extended from 12 noon today until 8 p.m. this evening, or until whenever they update the website. They were running a little bit behind, so it could end at 2, could end at 1, who knows. As soon as they're able to update the site and the back end, that will be it. So if you want to get in on it, now is the time to do it. Those massive extra entries are there. The Ram 2500 is closing out here in the next week. There will be some extra entry packages and entry packages for that over where you can pick up our merch, like Petty Roosevelt hats, things of that nature and stuff. They will go up there at some point this evening, going into tomorrow. So if you want to get in on it and get a shot to win that Ram TRX or the Ram 2500 diesel truck, now's the time to do it. Link in the description down below, tksgarage.com. All right, so let's talk about this one. So the stock closes at like $5.12 or $5.11, somewhere around there. And that's not good. That's really not good. But I'm going back in. I'm gonna invest more into the company. And this is not financial advice. I don't have a Series 7. I don't have the ability to tell you what to invest in. I'm not giving you any financial advice or telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I am going back in because I believe in what the company is going to do. Yes, I saw the 3 recalls this week. Yes, they're all bullshit. Yes, they still stem from the same, like I've said this multiple times in videos, the company is going to be haunted by Carlos Tavarez's decisions probably for the next 3 or 4 years. Because this guy was such an abysmal fucking disaster. There's no other way to put it. But I'm going back in because, and also we'll tell you about the other video I did today, or you'll see today about BMW, because I suspended an agreement, and I'll talk about that here shortly. Which some people will say I'm stupid for it, but that's where I'm at. That's how much I believe in the company. I know a lot of people that work there now, not just the people that make the decisions on products, right? Not just the people that are on the board of directors, not just the people at the top, right? Not on some like I'm better than everybody type shit. That's what how people try to construe it, right? I know the people that work on the ground. I've talked about Brian Keller before. I know he's running for UAW president. I have nothing to do with the union, but I back that guy. I think he's great. I think he's going to be great for the people in the UAW. There's so many different union reps. Shout out to Kimberly. I probably said that wrong. She's probably gonna cook me. Kimberly Ross. She's just a worker that wants to get home and come back to Belvedere, right? I've heard all of these individual people's stories. Right? Troy, I'm not going to mention everybody's names because I also don't want Stellantis messing with people thinking they're telling me shit. And most of these people that have told me like their personal stories or just telling me, they reach out to me to see if I've heard anything about them coming back to their home plant, stuff like that. I've seen all of the stories and I see the people that are behind it, right? Not saying that GM and Ford probably don't have the same stories, right? I'm not saying that. I'm invested. I'm all in with what Stellantis is doing, and that's not saying I still think Peugeot's trash. Like, if at any point Antonio Filosa is ever to be able to get rid of that shit, you know what's so funny is some of my sources that are actually French because they don't like the Italian. This is the craziest company structure I've ever seen. A lot of people wonder, they're like, it's almost like, how do I explain this? People from, it's like having two different cultures and people from both sides, and both sides are telling you stuff to try to be like, we're better than them, and I can tell you this. That when I get a lot of early inside shit, and then I'm right 5, 6, 7 months later, that's why. A lot of these people, I'll put it like this: Peugeot and Fiat are not friends. Peugeot, they're not. Peugeot and Exor are not friends. I'll put it like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe John Elkann is best buddies with the people from Peugeot. I don't think so. But that's why I get a lot of the stuff that I get. And it's not me playing them against each other. I don't have to say shit. They just tell me shit because they were like, did you hear this from these guys? No, I'm like, oh yeah, well, they told me, da da da. So they'll be like, oh, well, let me tell you this. All right, so that's how that works. So yes, I get those relationships way up at the top, right? I get relationships from the people that work on the ground, and I believe in the company. In terms of the North American brands, matter of fact, I'm not even hating on Fiat. I'm not a Fiat guy. I've owned Maseratis. You guys have seen them, from the Ghiblis to the Levante to, insert car here. I've had a few Maseratis in my time. Alphas, not so much. I can't. It's not like I could fit in a 4C or maybe a Giulia one day. Maybe I'll pick one up used on GP. Who knows? But I don't hate on the Italian brands. I don't. Am I buying one? No, but I know there's a place there for it within the company. There always was. Same thing when it was just FCA. I'm just not a fan of the Peugeot stuff. Sorry, that's just my opinion. That said, they're part of the company. But I believe the company as a whole, or the part of the company that pays the bills, is North America, bro. All right? It's Ram, it's Jeep, it's Chrysler, it's Dodge. That's what pays the bills, and I believe in it. So I'm going back in. I'm taking a lot of available cash, and I'm taking loans on other stock that I have. I'll get into it. I have people that always ask me all the time, like, why do you loan against stock or other stuff that you have? So I don't have to pay taxes. Duh. You only have to pay taxes, by the way, when you actually realize a gain. Debt is not a gain. So I can loan against, for example, my Tesla stock. And I can buy more Stellantis stock. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just gonna keep pressing because I believe in the company. I see the sales. I see what Tim Kuniskis is doing in terms of the product, and he said it right, and I believe it. It's common sense. You get the product right, you build what the people want, they're gonna buy it. It means money. Common sense, man. I think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna turn it around, and that's why I'm betting so big on it. A lot of people don't know, and I can talk. I have to disclose it when I talk about it. I'm already over $300,000 invested into the company. That investment, by the way, is worth about half right now because I got in at like $9 and some change. That said, that's why I'm going back in here where it's at $5. And I'm not the only one. I saw multiple LLCs and different funds buying in after trading on Friday. And you can, if you look up, just Google Stellantis news, and you'll see the different firms that are buying it, because they're not dumb. They see the same thing that I see. Again, not financial advice, just what I'm doing. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.